We'll spend today looking at two push sumo poets who scored equally last time, but only one of whom took a fighting spirit prize. Having shown you the man who did, let me now show you the man who didn't, and conclude with my theory as to why. Watching Hokutofuji this time was exhilarating, his each echoing grunt of effort exhorting us to clap him on. It's the deep dive I've been most looking forward to. Let's put it all together, a vivid A to Z of sheer sumo heart and effort. Enjoy. Hokutofuji opened with a routine win over Saitama Sakai senior Myogiryu, losing the initial collision as many do, before drilling his way through in a classic case of head down, palms up. Day 2 paired him with Saitama Sakai teammate Tobizaru for just the third time as a pro. And he beat him for the third time, the right knocking upwards, the left shoving down. A third all-Sakai bout awaited him on day 3, this time against Dai Eisho for the 7th tournament in a row. It was their 11th match overall, not a single belt hold used in any of them. And once again, that dented forehead went in where it hurt to prevent the sidestep. It also acted as a shield against Takayasu's bicep-fueled charge on day 4, paving the way for the winning left parry, and sending Hokuto into match 5 unbeaten for only the 3rd time in the past 5 years. A perhaps greater feat of strength was needed on day 5 to bring Terunofuji's unbeaten start to a close. It proved beyond him, his left unable to get the angle on a rock-hard elbow. And day 6 put him up against an equally determined right attached to Takanosho. Still, he pounded away like a taiko drummer for nearly a minute. And only a deft pull on the retreat could stop this man so reluctant to cede ground. A mistimed pull against arch-rival Mitake Umi cost him the match on day 7, before Saitama Sakai Jr. Takakeisho surprised him with the right parry on day 8. 4 wins were thus followed by 4 defeats in a difficult period for his Hakkaku stable as a whole. Colleagues Okinomi and Kitanowaka were also both losing heavily during this period. A pick-me-up was therefore required from within, from the reasoning part of the sumo soul which says, these things happen to thrusters. One minor tweak, or even lucky break, is all it takes to start winning and winning again. On day 9 it helped that Kagayaki likes to stay in front of him. It didn't help that he has a mean left parry. But Hokuto's legs were finally attuned to that kind of threat and reacted superbly. Henceforth, the bout was a battle of wills, and there was no way Hokuto would be forced into the failed pull. The momentum was thus returning in timely fashion ahead of a meeting with a man in the form of his career, Takarafuji. With the requisite muscle to hold his turf head-on, Fuji helped create a Day 10 epic. There's only so many times you can pound a 170 kilo weight with the same thrusts before your arms and wrists begin to give out. Hokutofuji had to buy a rest, even if it meant clinching a threatening inside right. But he got the angle on the bicep. Time to push from the left again. With his right arm clamped, the only option for his falling frame was to lean in as hard as possible, and that saw 100 seconds of hard work saved. The crowd certainly couldn't wait for this rematch. And second time round, Hokuto's right got some far better angles, leaving pockmarks all over Fuji's ribs, no doubt. That gave him the confidence to be patient with Endo on day 11, squeezing the left bicep for a full minute before recognizing the change in head position as a prelude to attack, moving to the side, and switching defenses superbly at the rope to swing from the left and push down from the right. Heaving Hokuto was on a roll. The vital 8th win for him came against Tochi Shin on day 12. Hokuto refusing to panic even with his belt taken, and seeking relentlessly to punish Noshin's right with clamps, prods, and finally grabs. Bottomless was the word to describe this fighter's desire. He then proved on day 13 that with prime positioning of his fearless forehead, he could also fight on the belt, even against specialists like Tokushoryu. And on day 14 he put up double figures simply by catching Onosho mid-charge and tapping him off balance. That had him going for a 7th straight win against Ryuden on the final afternoon. And once the first elbow pin landed, there was not a millimeter offered in concession. That's what they try to teach every kid from the first sumo lesson. But precious few have the heart and strength to produce it day upon day at the highest level. Hokuto needed a few massages to get through all that, and his heroism surely merited a special prize. But the prize committee instead chose to send him a different message. Hokuto, for a man of your talents, this performance should be the norm. You're already 28, and yet you've never gone beyond komusubi, never made a winning score in sanyaku. You've talked about ozeki for over a year now. That's where we expect you to be. And Hokuto will accept that message, and the thrown-down gauntlet, for a supremely valorous November has surely got him believing too.